Today on WSRH Extra, we take you to see a special horse overcoming a battle. Also, we see a local business stealing the hearts of the community. Plus, a community hotspot for fresh produce. WSRH Extra starts now. Welcome to this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Madison Newman. Although Halloween has now passed, there are still events going on, but with a deeper meaning behind them. WSRH Extra reporter Corinne Benitez takes us to Trick or Trot.
The first Sunday of every month, a barrel race is held in Loxahatchee, Florida. But the Sunday of Halloween weekend was a bit different.
The purpose of the Trick or Trot was to bring some of our local community together to do trick-or-treating with their equestrian partners due to COVID. I know a lot of kids weren't allowed to be able to go out and go trick-or-treating. We wanted to allow them to come here and do some trick-or-treating and show off their costumes.
Although the Trick or Trot was a joyful event for many of the people there, others had a challenging time enjoying it.
So 3 months ago, he was critically ill, and we thought we were going to lose him.
Epiphany 2 suffered an illness of West Nile virus and EPM, but he showed everyone how super he is.
This is his first time back at a show, and we think that he's super horse, so we dressed him up as Superman.
Epiphany 2 sure was soaring high with his Superman costume. For WSRH Extra, I'm Corinne Benitez.
A local business in Loxahatchee has been a hidden joy to the people who live in this area. This business has reached the hearts of many members of the community and hopes to reach more. WSRH Extra reporter Alexis Sheely takes us to Swank Specialty Produce.
Family-owned farmers markets are very rare to see during these hard times, but Swank Specialty Produce has been hiding under the cracks of Loxahatchee, Florida for almost 20 years.
Well, my husband comes from a farming background, so he's had a passion for farming. So I just followed his passion and his dream.
The Swank family has made multiple relationships over the years that will last a lifetime.
Oh, I've known Jody now for probably 4 or 5 years.
Swank Specialty Produce also gives an opportunity for small upcoming businesses to step up and sell their merchandise, which is made locally.
But our farm at that time started doing a farmer's market. We bring all kinds of local chefs. We also honor charities on our farm, and we give a portion of our proceeds back to the charity.
Many local customers enjoy the new types of products they can try.
And we usually always get a loaf of bread, and my kids really like the pasta lady, so we get some pasta from her. I get a cold brew coffee.
This family farm also provides farm fresh produce that is treasured in the community.
We sell over 350 varieties of produce on our farm, consisting of all different types of lettuces, specialty greens, baby and full-size vegetables, wildflower bouquets.
This family-owned business has started from the ground up and is now a tradition for many years to come. For WSRH Extra, I'm Alexis Sheely.
Many people prefer fresh products grown locally instead of going to the grocery store. WSRH Extra reporter Caitlin Stevens shows us a hotspot for fresh produce.
Caribbean Plants and Produce, located in Loxahatchee Groves, is home to a multitude of fresh produce and plants. Co-owner Katie McDonald has had many learning experiences running this nursery.
After 6 or 7 years of being here, I'm starting to get to know about all the different local tropical fruit and local produce and stuff.
With the hard work Caribbean Plants and Produce have put in to make a difference in the community, customers are showing their gratitude.
Well, I've lived out here over 20 years, and they've been here as long as I have. We've always shopped there. And what I like about it is it promotes buying local.
Connie Bell is not the only person who has made Caribbean Plants and Produce part of their daily lives. This plant store has brought the community together.
We have a lot of different people from the community that will come here throughout the day to do their grocery shopping or to pick up eggs or honey. On the weekends, a lot of people will come from farther away with their families and walk around the nursery and look at the chickens and, stock up. In fact, during mango season, people will drive hours to come here to buy local mangoes.
Whether it's eggs or starfruit, Caribbean Plants and Produce is bringing locals together through their organically grown products. For WSRH Extra, I'm Caitlin Stevens.
With the coronavirus still having effects on many aspects of life, school activities are struggling to practice with new precautions and manage to keep funds up. WSRH Extra reporter Chris Morrison shows us how the Hawks Band is handling the new circumstances.
2 different ways I sang that. We need to sing it more like or play it more like the first way I sang it.
With the future of many extracurricular activities up in the air, many sports teams and clubs are curious to see what their new school year will look like in and out of their normal classrooms. The band program is one of the many that are being affected by the current circumstances.
This year we're not having like a big extensive marching band show.
Obviously masks and covers on the ends of our bells when possible, and obviously we're standing as far apart as possible.
In addition to their marching season being canceled, their primary sources of funding are also being taken away.
Cool, and a big part of the money that we're able to fundraise for every year is from football concessions, which obviously aren't going on right now.
Due to the lower amount of funds the band is pulling in this year, Mr. Hoffman is forced to reduce his staff and their pay. Despite the very little to no pay the help offers this season, many are still happily assisting his program.
And we kind of have a reduced staff, and I've been very, very thankful for the staff that's still been on board.
Even with all the challenges that the Seminole Ridge High School band is facing, the beat goes on. For WSRH Extra, I'm Chris Morrison.
After high school, many students choose to pursue a career of their interest. One group of Hawk alumni have created a business that is very close to home. WSRH Extra reporter Sophia Maldonado shows us how 4102 Productions came to be.
I'm Casey Sleeth.
I'm Nicholas Koenig.
I'm Anthony Gugliotta.
Meet 4102, a new production company that first came to light this year.
So I think in all of our past, we all saw ourselves kind of working for a production company of something of that sort. I know personally I've always wanted to start a company, and after talking to these two, they all wanted to start a company as well. So once me and Nick had graduated college, we reconnected with Anthony, and it just was the perfect time in all of our lives to kind of form this company and start working together.
As with most groups, every member plays a critical role in their team, and 4102 Productions is no different.
The creative process when it comes to making videos, editing, and all that stuff, Casey and I are the main two that do most of that. Nick handles all the social media content, so while we're making the content for clients or whatever it may be, Nick's simultaneously making content for us, whether it's behind the scenes footage that he took while we were there, photos, whatever it may be, graphics, whatever.
Even the name 4102 has a special meaning to the team.
We were trying to think of a name that meant something to us. The room where we all kind of met, where we all basically started our passion for making videos as a whole. So out of nowhere, we just were like, what's Wright's room?
All of the members met through a television and film production class at their high school.
I figured TV production was the perfect way to just keep evolving that. It seemed like a really fun class at the time.
When I was choosing my classes for high school in 8th grade and I saw TV production, I genuinely thought it was the production of television sets. However, it was much more than that, and I realized, wow, such a great community, such great friends. I get to work with equipment that is really cool.
I thought almost the exact same thing that Nick thought. I thought that TV production was TV repair. But when I got into it, I was like, okay, no, this kind of works.
4102 Productions show promising things to come as they work towards their future goals. For WSRH Extra, I'm Sophia Maldonado.
Coming up on WSRH Extra, we see what's going on in sports, plus an announcement for Teacher Appreciation.
Nelson Mandela said, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world." And I believe that. I think students having this concept of of things that have happened, of things that are going to happen. If students can look at literature and look at film and look at media and look at all of these things that we teach in school and be able to analyze them on a critical level, then they can make decisions about what's going on in the world around them. They can think more critically than if they don't have the skills that they're learning in school.
Many sports at schools across the nation are still being affected by COVID-19. With new safety precautions and less ways to bring in money, many are struggling to get through these difficult times. WSRH sports reporter Presley Rodriguez shows us the issues the Hawks Color Guard is facing.
COVID-19 has had a negative impact on many school activities such as band and color guard. This called for teachers and students to come up with different protocols for teaching and rehearsing, especially since some are still attending virtually.
We were kind of pretty much completely on lockdown during the summer, and usually we have a summer band camp that we weren't able to do. Even right now, some people still feel uncomfortable coming to campus, so we can't really rehearse as like the full ensemble or have like the full amount of people there.
While students are struggling to rehearse like they used to, Captain of Color Guard Kayla Ragusi ensures her team is still practicing social distancing and using the correct precautions.
We are following all protocols that we're supposed to. We're wearing our mask. We don't share equipment. We all have our own equipment, and we sanitize after every time we use something. And we don't do exchanges or anything anymore.
We're not having any football games here at Seminole Ridge this year, so that's really cutting back on what we're able to do.
Taking a look with everyone's different levels of skills, learning and rehearsing progress, there still happens to be some negatives out of it as well.
Screen, it's way different than teaching them in person. If they have the wrong hand placement or something, you can't help them fix it because you're just not there. So it's way more of a challenge than it would be in person.
When the season would be and when it would start is still a ways off right now. So when the first competition would be in late January, early February, which is a ways off currently. But we still got to prepare for it. We still got to start training the kids that would be involved in that.
Color Guard has had some bumps in the road, but they are still successfully managing their activities in a safely organized manner. For WSRH Extra, I'm Presley Rodriguez.
Well, that's it for WSRH Extra. I'm Madison Newman. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at Seminole Ridge TV.